Okay, so yesterday we had a little bit of confusion here. Hopefully I can wrap this up and make it a lot easier for us. So we know that a plane flies 990 miles west into the wind, okay? So their rate, they have a rate, but they're going into the wind, so that's against it, right? So the air current, the wind, The wind current, I understand that, but hold on. The wind current is C. They're going to tell me the value of that in a second, but I just want to visualize what's going on here, okay? So they figure the wind is 20 miles per hour, so yes, that C is replaced by a 20. Thank you very much. And the round trip takes 10 hours, okay? So when they're returning, you're going to have plus 20 here, okay? Now, what I did yesterday was, I used logic, but it was very silly logic. I said, the round trip takes 10 hours. Well, that's great. So I went, here's x, and I'll put this as 10 minus x. And that is accurate, I guess, if I want to solve a system of equations, and it's going to be nasty. So that's not good, actually. I forgot the simplistic things of life. Guys, remember that distance equals rate times time, correct, my brothers? So doesn't time equal distance divided by rate? That's where I messed up, gentlemen. Okay, so my time here is distance divided by rate. So my time here is 990 divided by r minus 20. And my time here is 990 divided by r plus 20. Now, the total round trip took 10 hours. So how would I equate that into this situation here? That's exactly what I'm thinking, my brother. Great job. Wouldn't it be the time that it took to get there plus the time that it took to get back? Wouldn't that have to equal 10 hours, my brothers? Does that make sense, guys? I see a couple of you that are a little bit like, huh? What is he saying? And that's fine, guys. Does that make sense? Okay? Baba? Yeah? All right. So now, how am I going to solve this, my brothers? I'm going to multiply r minus 20 and r plus 20 to both sides, correct? R minus 20, hold on, bro, just chill. R plus 20. Okay, so when I distribute this, the r minus 20 goes bye-bye, correct? So I'm going to have 990 times r plus 20 plus 990 times r minus 20 equals r squared minus 400. How did I get that so fast? Times 10. Okay? How did I get that so fast? Isn't that a difference of squares? So it's the first term squared minus the second term squared. Or you could have gone the long way. R times r is r squared plus 20r minus 20r. They cancel. Negative 20 times positive 20 is 400. Is everyone with me so far, son? Is everyone with me? Yeah? Okay. So I've got 990 r plus, hold on, hold on. Okay, so we've got our rate, please, our time, and our distance. We've got a 2, and we've got a return, okay? I know the plane is flying 990 miles, so my distance is 990, my distance is 990 for both the to and the return flights. It's flying, when it's going to, it's flying against the wind, into the wind, and the wind is applying 20 miles per hour against its rate. So R minus 20. On the return trip, it's going with the wind, so it's R plus 20. Okay? The time that it takes, distance, equals rate times time. So time equals distance divided by rate. So the time going to this place is distance divided by rate. The time going back, returning, is distance divided by rate. Now, they tell us that the round trip took 10 hours. So being that the round trip took 10 hours, I know that the time that it took to go there, the to time, plus the time that it took to return, the return time, had to equal 10 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply everything by r minus 20 times r plus 20 to both sides. When I distribute this, I'm going to get 990 times r plus 20 plus 990 times r minus 20, and that's going to equal 10 times r squared minus 400. Okay, because r minus 20 times r plus 20 is a difference of squares, so it's the square of the first minus the square of the second. Now when I do my math, there's going to be 990r plus 1980 plus 990r minus 1980 equals 10 times r squared minus 400. Is everyone with me so far? Yeah. Okay, luckily, these two guys cancel, okay? And then 990 plus 990 is going to be, again, 1980r equals 10 times r squared minus 400. Let's go ahead and make our lives easy and divide by a 10. So I've got 198r equals r squared minus 400. Let's go ahead and subtract 198r to both sides. So it's going to be r squared minus 198r minus 400. Now I'm going to factor r and r. When I ask myself what times what is negative 400, it's going to be 202. And when added together is negative 198. So it's going to be a negative 200 and a positive 2. So negative 200, positive 2. Zero product property, r can equal 200. In this case, it'd be miles per hour, or negative 2 miles per hour. Since we know that negative 2 miles per hour doesn't exist, it cannot be negative 2 miles per hour. Now, to find the final answer, let me split the screen here real quick. Okay? To find the final answer here, they ask you, what is the speed? Okay, we found the speed, 200 miles per hour. Let's make sure that it works, though, guys. I'm fickle about that. Let's go 990 over 200 minus 20 plus 990 over 200 plus 20. If I'm right, that better equal 10. It better equal 10. And I am right. Because when you go 990 divided by 180, that's going to equal 5.5, my brothers. And when I go 990 divided by 220, that's going to equal 4.5, which equals 10 hours. So everything checked out and everything worked. Does that make sense? Yes? Yes? Okay. Give me 1 second now.